Did not feel long at all.
How long was it?
It was like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
It's not bad. They did it though.
Yeah.
They took a DC property and
they made a quality film.
it was fun. The action was good. I laughed at it, Mark.
I know, but there wasn't so much comic relief that I thought I went to go see a comedy. Also, they got all their, like, boy howdy, ain't she good on the eyes jokes out super early. And then they're like, hey guys, remember those good times, those jokes we were having? Here's the real horrors of World War I. And I was like, yeah!
I laughed, I cried. Oh, hi everybody. I'm Steve, this is Mark. We just saw Wonder Woman. This movie's alone.
I know. Together.
Thank you.
It's just I can't tell you how happy I am that not only Wonder Woman finally got a movie, but they got it right.
Yeah.
And, like, I thought that this movie was going to be either, like, Josh Whedon, like, misunderstanding what feminism is, levels of trash, or, like, just people completely missing the point of Wonder Woman. But no, they fucking got it, and they understood, like, yeah, there was the cutesy, like, I don't know how the world works and stuff. Yes. But, like, ultimately, it was just about a person who truly believes in love, but knows when you have to fight. And, like, they summarized it really good at one point, where she's like something about, like, when you see something bad, or, like, I think Captain Steve said it, he's like, you can see something bad, and you could either do something or do nothing. And I've tried doing nothing. And I was like, I really fucking like that.
That's a great line.
It's a great line. Costume, I was never, as people probably know, I was not big on Gal Gadot, when they were like, this is Wonder Woman, and I saw this 90-pound woman who was wearing glorified cosplay gear, as I used to call it.
But I think they killed it.
I know, and then I saw Batman vs. Shitman, and that movie sucked ass, and Wonder Woman was in it for like 2 minutes, and she had 3 lines, so I was like, oh, Gal Gadot, you fucking suck. And then I saw this movie, and in the first 5 minutes, I was like, holy shit! I'm sorry, Gal Gadot.
Costume was fantastic.
It was awesome.
It was great. Costume on everything. Like, the Amazon costumes are good.
Oh, yeah. Also, I don't know where they found so many big, strong women. Holy shit. Like, I was like, oh, there's gonna be like a shot of like 15 Amazons. There was like a shot of like 30 different big, strong women.
It was filmed on location in Themyscira.
Oh, hold on. Let me just complain about this because I was such a good boy, Steve.
You were.
There was a fucking little kid next to me who's asking dumb questions. Fine, whatever. You're a stupid little kid. You're gonna ask dumb questions. Those 2 dumb bitches sitting behind me, shut the fuck up. When that one Amazon got totally wrecked and she's like, oh no, is that her aunt? I'm like, no, because 1, that woman's a brunette, and 2, watch the fucking movie. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear them, so I'm sorry.
I know you didn't.
What I did hear is that kid in front of you who kept squeaking his chair. Him I wanted to throw a breadstick at.
Oh, and the fucking boyfriend to one of the dumb hoochies behind me, when the Wayne thing pulled up and he went, Batman. I'm like, no fucking shit. No shit. Are you telling me that the Wayne truck in this fucking DC movie, he's a Batman, Oh, it reminded me of when I fucking saw Dark Knight, The Dark Knight, and it's like, what did they used to call me in high school? And he goes, Two-Face. I'm like, wow, the guy would have a fucking face named Harvey Dent's Two-Face. Anyway, enough about bad movie experiences, because this movie fucking ruled.
It was fantastic. It felt a lot to me like a combination of Captain America, the First Avenger, and Thor.
Yeah, because unlike Thor, they got the god stuff right, where the gods were not interacting with them and were assholes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, Ares was the main asshole god, as he was in lore.
Yes.
Like, Hades always gets a bad rap, but he was actually just a really sad guy that no one liked, which always made me relate with Ares. I mean, it's Hades, but, you know, Ares, I like that, and then that like, oil painting, like, flashback where they told the story was super cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no, like, they had some great visual shit in this movie.
Yes. Action sequences, perfect use of slow-mo.
Yes.
Perfect.
Like, if you ask me, slow-mo hasn't been cool since The Matrix 1. Because then it was oversaturated and shit. But they used it really good in this movie.
Yeah.
Because it made Wonder Woman's hits feel heavy.
Yes.
And they used it at one point where she dodged an attack into a counter and it was fucking sick, like Tekken 7 level shit.
No shaky cam. I fucking hate shaky cam.
I know. No shaky cam. Also, fight choreography was good. Because, you know, Wonder Woman, since she's like a tank, you could do like Luke Cage level choreography where she just walks through people.
Yes.
But no, like she was like doing blocks and flips and kicks and all sorts of shit, and it was sick. And she used her whole arsenal. She used her shield, her lasso, and her sword to like the fullest potential.
The lasso stuff was so cool.
Oh. Like, I know the lasso is CGI, and they're like, Gal Gadot, just go nuts and pretend you're doing shit.
Wave your arms around.
Wave your arms around like spaghetti, and then we'll edit German soldiers around.
It looks so cool, though.
Yeah, no. And she was a really good actress because I never got to hear her speak in Batman vs. Shit Man.
Wait, she was in that movie?
Yeah, she showed up once with a dress, and then she showed up once with another dress, and then she showed up to fight Big Mutant Baby. Which, that's not an insult to Doomsday, because even in the comics, he's just a Big Mutant Baby.
A little bit, yeah.
No, they threw a fetus at a wall until it got angry enough to go hunt Superman down.
I mean, I never, to be fair, I never got to see her in that movie in costume.
You never finished
I never finished the movie. It was so bad I couldn't get through it.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Man of Steel, passable. Should have been great, it was passable. Batman vs. Shitman sucked the fuck. Suicide Squad, the Academy Award-winning film, that movie is so ass that the next Suicide Squad wannabe is gonna feel it. This movie gave me faith that fucking Justice League won't be shit, and that the DC Cinematic Universe has a chance.
Yes.
Like, I really, like, I heard it was getting good reviews, and I love Wonder Woman, so I was expecting to like it. I was not expecting to love it.
I think the true testament to it is that I sat through all of it. So
yeah, and there was a moment where you leaned over to me and said, "I fucking love this movie."
I fucking love this movie. It was
Wendy was doing some kick-ass shit. It was just great, and that theme is fire. Now, do we want to get into spoiler territory?
We'll get into some spoiler territory.
Okay, here it is, kids. Spoiler time.
Do.
Yeah. So fucking. Movie starts out, Wonder Woman's on an island full of ladies. I'm glad that we got to see little baby Wendy.
I love little baby Gadot. Little baby Gadot is the best.
Yo, little baby Wendy was so sweet. I don't know where they found that girl, but she did a great job.
Yeah.
And then I didn't think they were gonna do it, the she's made of clay thing, but they did the she's made of clay thing, and I was so happy because they could just be like, and then I prayed to the gods and they gave me a baby. No, they did and I made this baby and the gods put life into it and it grows like a person.
And they use it perfectly. Like the jokes they do.
Yeah.
For that, the best.
Oh, speaking of jokes, that other movies fucking did bad with, and this movie. I mean, I wasn't a fan, but at least it was tasteful in a way. When Gal Gadot saw naked Captain Kirk, and she's like, "What's that?" And she's pointing, and everyone in the audience is like, "It's his penis," and he's like, "Oh, it's my." And then he realizes she's talking about like a watch on a table. That's funny. Meanwhile, we go over to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume Poo, as I'm now calling it, and Drax is like, "Do you have penis?" Subtlety, guys, subtlety. But,
oh boy.
So then, like, fucking Wendy got off the island a lot faster than I was expecting, though.
Yeah, but I would have liked that.
I would have liked a little more time on the island, but here's one thing that I loved about...
My car's being assaulted.
I know. Steve trapped a family in their car with his... Whatever, it's their fault. So, here's the thing I loved, is that Themyscira was shot so beautifully and so colorfully, and then she goes to human manland, and it's so gray and dismal and ugly, and I'm like, yep.
When they arrive, and she's like, this is terrible, I hate this. That was fantastic.
Yeah. And then, you know, we meet fun side character like Nanny McPhee, and we meet Tom Haverford. And he's like, "Yo, Wendy, time to rent a swag," and you know, then we meet Scotty, and
I'm sorry, that tickled me in such the right way.
I like that joke. I'm glad you liked it.
Oh boy, moving on. Yeah, no, Apache Chief.
Yeah, Apache fucking Chief. They never called him Apache Chief, but he was a very tall Indian man that they called Chief.
Native American.
Native American, you're right, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I forgive you.
I would say, a very tall, true American man.
Yes.
And they called him Chief, so I'm like,
It's-
Apache Chief, it's him.
Yeah, it might be a little racist for us to assume that the Native American character is the Native American character.
Okay,
but-
there is one Native American person in all of DC Comics, and his name was Apache Chief, which is racist.
I'm not saying we're wrong, I'm just saying we might be a little racist.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever. So, they go and they have adventures to stop Dr. Poison, which is cool that they got like an old school villain like that. And
Her name was a little on the nose, but
I mean, she was getting that as a nickname from British World War I soldiers.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they were like, Dr. Slag Cunt!
it's just about as good as something like Captain America, so...
Yeah. But, and then there is, Meanie McOldman, which the whole time the movie was like, he's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy,
and
everybody.
He was a bad person.
Yes.
Then he just dies. And that cracked me up. She just stabbed that fucking old guy, because that actor, he's in so many things. So when he was fighting her, I'm just picturing all the other guys. Like, he's been in funny movies, and he's been like this is most unorthodox guy before. So I'm just picturing that guy getting murdered, and it was fucking funny. I was kind of weird that they had Superman pills,
Yeah.
that were only used once. Like, I was half expecting, like, her to walk into a room and there'd be a bunch of Germans and they all huff Superman pills and she had to fight, like, 10 Supermans. But no, it was just old man.
I mean, I get it, though. Like, you have to make old man credible, or
No, you don't. Honestly, I would have cut the Superman pills and just have her show up and kill that guy and then be like, wow, that was super easy. And then Ares shows up, he's like, sup, fucker.
It was a good action sequence, though.
Yeah, no, it was good. Then, Ares shows up at the end of the movie, and in the flashback, like, oil painting things, he's wearing his cool fucking, like, Greek armor and shit. And I was like, oh, dude, I gotta put him in it, and he's just a British guy in a coat. And I was like, oh. And then he took, like, all the shrapnel from, like, destroyed machines and guns and bombs, and he made his armor out of it. I'm like, oh, that's really fucking cool.
It was.
But you could still see his face, but whatever. I'm
It's
nitpicking.
fine.
Yeah,
like...
You could see his little British man face, and then his helmet got knocked off for the end, which is fine. I actually would have preferred if he just didn't have a face, and then when he died, we saw his British face. Because the guy had, like, a turkey chin, and it was just really distracting when his helmet was off, and I'm like, oh, look at this out-of-shape British man who's gonna fight Wonder Woman. Also, she killed him, but I really would have liked for them to just be like, he's a god, he'll be back.
Quote-unquote kill.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the thing. I'm glad that they didn't kill Dr. Poison, so if they want to do something with that, like have an old Dr. Poison, or like have her research, or if do another period piece, because, you know, World War II happened. I love how he's like, it's the war to end all wars. I'm like, they did call it that. How sad.
We called it the Great War.
The war to end all wars. And then everyone was afraid of Russia together, and war happened. See the history of Japan on YouTube.
No, like, I can't... That's the problem with a good movie, is that there's only so many ways you can say this movie was good.
Yeah, like, again, some of the jokes didn't really hit home, but again, I'm not going to see Wonder Woman for the comedy.
And they weren't like in your face with it. It was just like it's how I would react in those situations. So
yeah, like when Wonder Woman like beat up a guy in a bar and fucking Aziz Ansari was like, oh man, I'm scared and aroused. Like, one, I don't think someone would say that during World War I era Britain.
No, probably not.
But, like, I mean, yeah, every man in the audience would probably say the same, which is dumb and sexist, but yeah, it's real. But again, that didn't, like, it wasn't in Wonder Woman turning around and, like, slapping him and be like, how dare you? No, she's like, I don't give a fuck about these stupid, like, she cared so little about everyone, and I loved that. Like, she was like, yeah, they're my friends.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I refer to.
And then Ron Swanson, he's like, I used to think that perfection was Wonder Woman serving me breakfast. And now I know we don't need Wonder Woman.
Oh boy.
Not a single cameo from Linda Carter, which is a little disappointing for me. But you know what? Hopefully, if they do 1D2, as in they're gonna do Wonder Woman 2.
Of course. Yeah.
Actually, now that I think of it, we haven't gotten an actual sequel to any DC movie. Because Batman v Superman is not a Superman sequel.
Not really, no.
Dude's barely fucking in it.
And that's Batman's first introduction.
Yeah. So like, that's just kind of like a weird crossover movie. And then Suicide Squad feels like something should have come 10 years later.
That's that's why I'm scared about Justice League. Because
they rushed it.
Avengers is good because we've had all of those characters. We had time to grow and love.
Here's what they're doing with Justice League. They're basically doing the introduction of the Justice League in the New 52, which is Darkseid. Well, they're not doing Darkseid in the movie. They're doing like one of his generals or some shit. But Darkseid shows up with his fucking parademons, and everyone just kind of unites and becomes friends, and then they all have their own series after that. So like, I kind of can see how it could work, because like, oh, I see this movie, I'm like, wow, that Cyborg guy's really cool, I wish I knew more about him. And then Cyborg has his own movie, except I'm not gonna fucking see Cyborg because Cyborg's lame as shit. I'm sorry, Cyborg's alright, it's just he's never a hold my attention guy. He's a good team player, but not a good single movie. Now Aquaman, I want to see that motherfucker have a movie super bad, because Aquaman 1 does fine, Aquaman 2, you got Black Manta. And that's what I want. I really just want Black Manta is what I'm saying.
Yeah. But and I mean, you're right. It could be good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I'm scared it's going to be bad.
I understand, because this could be a freak accident.
Yes.
That all the right things just happened to like coincide, and they made a good movie. Like, I really hope, because this is the only one that, first off, had a killer, I mean, other ones had good opening weekends and shit, but like, Wonder Woman's had a killer opening weekend so far, and it's only been out like a fucking day and a half or whatever, but it's getting amazing reviews. So I hope they realize this is the kind of movie we want, not Suicide Squad, not Batman v Shitman. We want a fucking movie with a plot, a movie that I don't need to see something else and prepare for something else. Like, yeah, like, it's cool, like, oh wow, that was the picture we saw in Batman vs. Shitman. But if I didn't see that movie, I would have just been like, oh, that's a cute cameo that Wayne gave her a picture. Like, and then that led into the story.
Wait,
and then
Wayne? Batman?
No, you have to say, like, Batman. Like, of course. How could I have been so blind?
See, Bruce Wayne, he came into my orphanage just one time, and he smiled at me. He smiled at me. See, and then I knew he was Batman. I'm Joseph Gordon-Levitt right now. He was Batman.
I'm Batman. You came into the orphanage, and you were sad, and I'm sad, and since orphans are sad but pretend to be happy, I knew you were Batman. Fuck that stupid character that added nothing to that movie.
I didn't like that movie in general. So.
I mean, we're not talking about The Dark Knight Rises, but I'm just gonna say, if they cut out Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Talia al Ghul, it would be a passable film.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
But what do I think of this movie, Batman?
There would still be plot holes, but it would be better.
It would be much better.
Yeah. But anyway,
we can't all be Wonder Woman, Batman.
Back to the movie at hand. And yet, like, the characters were human. Like, like, one of the reasons I hate Superman, at least the character in his movies, Man of Steel was meh at best, in my opinion, is that he's not a person.
See, that's the problem that everyone has with Superman movies now. Oh, fuck, that bike was lit as shit! Guys, a bike just passed where the dude had like a fucking Daft Punk helmet on with like music bars, like, and like his car had pink neon lights and the tires had green neon lights. That was fucking sick. Anyway. So enough about that cool guy that I want to go on a date with. Superman, everyone tries to write in the fucking movies now, Superman like a fucking god.
Yes.
Like, he's beyond this and stuff. But the thing is, and I know it's because the Kansas that Superman grew up in doesn't exist anymore, but like, that's the biggest appeal of Superman is, he's not human, but he's the most human of all of us, which is what makes him a good character. What makes Wonder Woman a great character is that she's one of the strongest beings in the universe, literally a god among men, and she can solve her problems with diplomacy and love. There's a great moment from the comics that everyone takes out of context because people are dumb, where like Wonder Woman's like, you ever wonder why I don't have as many villains as Bruce and Clark?
Mm-hmm.
And like everyone's like, oh shit, Wonder Woman do the sick kill. No, Wonder Woman converts a lot of her villains into either nice people or to just stop doing crime. With the exception of like Cheetah, but even that, there's been like 3 Cheetahs, so I think like one of them's good, one of them's dead, and one of them's still an asshole. Or it's like Ares the God of War, where of course that guy's not gonna get better. That guy's a fucker.
Yeah, no, he's a jerk.
But like Wonder Woman is a warrior of love, and that's why during Blackest Night, I thought it was really cool when everyone got fucking rings and shit. Not just put Wonder Woman in the pink one because she's a girl, which a lot of people, if they didn't know the character, would think, oh, that's sexist. But no, because Wonder Woman is an embodiment of love. And this movie hammered that shit in. And a lot of people are going to miss that and just be like, oh, she means love because she loves Captain Steve. But no, it's because love, she learned on her adventure like what love and caring about your fellow man is, and how you can't stay secluded off and like until it's your problem and stuff. No, like, do something if you can. Like, we're the people that make the difference. And I fucking love that shit. And God knows we need that during this day and age, and this fucking Trumpocracy motherfucker. So yeah, Wonder Woman ruled the duel, baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go play Injustice 2 so fucking hard tonight. And it's a shame that Wonder Woman's a bad guy in that game. Talking about, like, fucking, I'm just gonna get on that real quick. I fucking hate when, I hope they don't do this with the movies, but I hate when people try to pair Wonder Woman and Superman up.
I'm not a fan of it either.
It's the dumbest shit ever because, like, they're bros, 1. And 2, like, whenever they do, it's always like, oh, we're so powerful, like, we can finally be ourselves, we're the only ones like this. I'm like, neither of them act like that. Fuck you. Superman is the kind of guy who would date the girl next door and bring her, like, and ask her fucking dad for permission to marry her. And Wonder Woman's the kind of woman who would not settle down, but if she would, it would be like, I don't know, just like a fucking really stellar dude who cares about the world, but also makes time for family. I don't fucking know.
Batman.
Shut the fuck. You got the delivery down now. I'm also not a huge fan of the Batman Wonder Woman pairing.
No?
Because here's the thing, just because Wonder Woman's a girl and a superhero doesn't mean she has to, 1, date someone that's a superhero, or 2, date someone that's a big-time superhero. Like, why can't she just be single, or why can't she have, like, I can't believe I'm saying this, like, I'd rather have her just be with Captain Steve than, like, fucking be, well, that's not gonna happen, that motherfucker blew up. Motherfucker exploded!
Well, it is comic books, he could come back.
That motherfucker got Uncle Ben syndrome. He ain't coming back.
They can mold him out of clay.
It wouldn't be the same one.
No.
It'd be the same dilemma I had at the end of Goosebumps, where Jack Black just made a new version of his daughter that got sucked into the book. And I'm like, motherfucker, your daughter's still alive in that book. We now have a second version of her that's fucked up. What if she gets out of the book? She sees this person who replaced her. Anyway, enough about Goosebumps.
Spoiler alert for Goosebumps.
Yo, fuck you. When Goosebumps 2 comes out, we're gonna see that shit.
Alright.
Anyway.
You have anything else to say, or? I mean, the movie's fucking
I would say
good.
Wonder Woman's great. If you haven't seen it already and listened to the spoilers for some odd reason, see it.
Yeah.
If you've seen it already, see it again. Because I want Wonder Woman to get so much fucking money that DC has to realize this is a good film and this is what they should be doing.
I'm actually gonna see if Megan wants to go see it with me.
I'm probably gonna go see it with my dad.
She's labeled as Wonder Woman in my phone, so.
Why?
I don't know. She did it.
Oh, okay.
She's a strong, powerful woman, and she has black hair. She cut me with a Nerf weapon.
Wonder Woman wouldn't do that.
Well, she could though.
She could.
She could.
The fucking sick Wonder Woman theme plays and she grabs a Nerf sword.
So I think that's about all.
Yeah, dude.
The last thing I'm gonna say, because it's in my mind now, best Superman is from Supergirl.
Yeah, because he's a huge fucking dork.
And he's human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna disagree and say best Superman is motherfucking Superman 1. You know, Christopher Reeves, motherfucker, dude was perfect.
I will accept either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just end us on the Epic rap battles of history. When I say Wonder Woman fly, I'm about to tell you why. Princess Diana, but this lady don't die. My rhymes are signed, sealed, and delivered on time. You're a bald has-been. I'm in my Amazon Prime.
Future Steve, maybe cut that out.
Okay, bye.
Get out, everybody.